Hello everyone and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Advanced Suit Spider-Man, which was a GameStop exclusive. Here we have Spider-Man displayed in the front window with his additional accessories. We see the Gamerverse logo at the top and then the Spider-Man logo down at the bottom. On the sides we get some artwork there of Spider-Man just standing tall, and that is going to be the same artwork on both sides. On the back we get some shots of what look like screenshots from the video game there of Spider-Man, looking pretty cool. And then we get a very long read-up. Now a seasoned superhero, Peter Parker has been busy keeping crime off the streets as Spider-Man. Just as he's ready to focus on his life as Peter, a new villain threatens New York City. Faced with overwhelming odds and a higher stakes, Spider-Man must rise up and be greater. And then at the bottom we have the UPC code. This is long since gone from GameStop, but that might help you search it up on eBay or other websites. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get this open and take a look at Spider-Man. And here is Spider-Man outside of his packaging, and as mentioned, this was a GameStop exclusive, I believe all the way back in 2018. I actually had the figure this entire time, and I just now got around to opening it up and figured now is a good time to take a look at it. Now, similar to the Velocity suit, this suit here was designed by Insomniac specifically for the Spider-Man game, so it has no origins in the comic books or anything like that, and basically they just wanted to modernize it and give it a bit of an update, and it looks pretty good actually. I don't mind this design at all. It does use the all-new, all-different Spider-Man 2099 body mold, or the Bullseye body mold, I forget which one came first, but it does use the Spidey UK head sculpt, and I will admit that that does look a little bit too big on the body, but we'll take a closer look at that here in a moment. Now he does come with some accessories, starting with a pair of fisted hands, and then he has a pair of thwipping hands. And then finally these two webbing accessories, which we've seen before now, but I think this might have been the first time that we had saw them. They're just a white color, pretty decent sculpt to them, and you can just loop it around the wrist and do different poses with it. Although it's really flimsy, so you're going to have to loop the end around something to get it to hold its shape. Now when standing straight up, Spider-Man is coming in at 6¼ inches tall, which makes him 15.9 centimeters, so no surprises there in the height department. But since this was a GameStop exclusive, he does not come with any Build-A-Figure piece, and since we already looked at the accessories, not much else to look at, so let's just jump in here to the paint and sculpt on the Advanced Suit Spider-Man. And getting up close, we can see a pretty decent looking Spidey sculpt for sure. I mean, the whites, not bad, barely missed it, a little bit in the corner there. So overall, not bad, and the webbing came out looking good, but it just looks a little too wide for this body sculpt. So I think it was a poor choice to go with a Spidey UK head on top of the all-new, all-different 2099 body. But, I mean, I guess it works, but yeah. Now looking at the rest of that paint there, came out pretty good. I like that logo, going all the way down to the belt. And then the cool thing is too, the sculpt there when we peel it back there for the ab crunch does continue on. And same thing in the back, that sculpt does continue, or rather the paint continues on. And then even on the butterfly joints, we see the paint there of the leg continuing on. But really cool looking, they did a good job of modernizing it. I mean, you get a mixture of the blue still in there. You get the webbing on the lines, but you have like these spots here where the blue crosses over. So it's really neat. And I do like the white here on the forearm and on the hands. Kind of just accentuates a little bit more, or accents the suit a little bit more. So I think the design on the suit was really cool. It is unfortunate that because we have the red coming in through there, we had to have red on the peg joint there, or rather the discs. What the heck? The elbow. I lost my train of thought. But you go from blue, then you have that red, and then back to blue. And then, of course, on the pegs, we have those big red pegs on the inside because, again, it's Spider-Man. And, yeah. So, as I always say, though, I'd rather have the red peg on the outside there than having a blue peg on the outside. So, that's the trade-off. And then we can see the belt is painted on. Yeah, not bad. I mean, looking at the webbing throughout, too, not too shabby. I don't really see any issues where the webbing got messed up in the paint. So, pretty happy with that. Oh, what we got there, little splotch there on the back logo. Not a big deal. And then going down the legs, we see just a hint of the red with the webbing on it. And then we don't get it on the boots or anything like that. But then when we go down here, we just see some more red, white, and blue on the feet. So I actually really do like this design. I think Insomniac did a great job of modernizing it and making it look just kind of like an updated Spider-Man. So I think that's really cool that Marvel gave them the ability to come up with their own costume, and I think they did a pretty good job. Now looking at the articulation, so a head that can spin all the way around, look down pretty far, look up really far actually. You have arms that can come up about right there. You do have a butterfly joint there that gives you a good range of motion back, not as far forward. You do have full rotation, and then you are going to have a bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows, and then you are going to have a hinge and rotation at the wrist. Lost my train of thought there. He's going to ab crunch down that far, back that far, so kind of meh. You have waist rotation, legs that don't come apart very far at all, kick forward, actually really far, but it's kind of kicking out to the side a little bit, no big deal. You have a upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, a boot cut, and then you have a hinge and ankle pivot. And that is going to do it for this review, everyone. So overall, I actually think this figure is pretty cool looking. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more flexibility, for example, in the hips when it comes to the articulation. And that head, like I said, it's a little bit too big. But all in all, this isn't a bad body for Spider-Man. It's certainly not the most flexible, but it's definitely not the worst body sculpt that we have out there. So I think this worked okay. And like I said, I think Insomniac did a pretty cool job with this costume. I mean, it is neat looking. So this is probably going to end up going on a Gamerverse shelf that I'm thinking about setting up here. So stay tuned for that collection video. But aside from that, if you can find it at a decent price, go for it. I still haven't looked at the secondary market, so I don't know what he's going for. I mean, I paid retail for him, so $20, or, well, it was GameStop, so probably like $30. I'm just kidding. But anyway, if you can find him for a decent price, pick him up. But he wouldn't be worth it if he's going for, like, say, $40. I mean, unless you really, really like the video game. That would be my opinion. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see if we get him stand back up. Good. Anyway, as I said, that is it for this review. If you like the review, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content just like this. And as always, thanks for watching my videos, and have a great day.